We're going to get a new, it's really a big advisory from the National Hurricane Center coming up at 9:45. Should be giving us the latest on this. If not, it'll be around 10 o'clock. Officially, it's the 10 o'clock advisory, but around 9:45, 10, if you tune into Fox 10, I should have the latest on what's happening here. Is it a tropical storm? Does it have the name Isaias, which is the name of the I-named storm this year? Or is it still an open wave that has the potential to develop into a tropical system? We think that's going to happen tonight or tomorrow. So let's take a closer look. And wet night across the Gulf Coast here locally too. I want to give you an update on radar too as we go through this Facebook Live. First, though, zooming in on our tropical system, I have it highlighted. That is where the storm is. It's a long ways off. It's not in the Gulf. We're up here. So we've got a ways to go to figure out what the solutions are going to be with this. All right, now, if you look at these models, you're like, oh, we're fine. Look at this thing. It's going up the east coast of Florida. But these are just some of the models. And it's showing more of a track up across the Bahamas. But also want to mention that there's been a change in the position fix. See, since we don't have an organized system yet, the center is actually down here, and the model's all initiated with the center up here. So that's going to change the outcome for this potential system. Now, if it's going to get in the Gulf, it's got a tough road ahead of it because it's most likely going to have to go over Puerto Rico, and if it's on the southern end of the cone, the Dominican Republic, which has a lot of mountainous terrain, potentially parts of Cuba, there's going to be land interaction and shear. And that's why the symbols have it as a tropical storm, and then getting across the Bahamas and into South Florida Saturday and into Sunday. So that's what we're seeing there. And I want to throw up something different. You know, I talked about there being some different models. Well, check this out. This local radar there. I've got a European model run for you that I want to show you before we get into the local forecast. And so this is the Euro. And the European has been very, very accurate over the course of the last several tropical seasons. And this is showing by tomorrow evening, just in 24 hours, is going to be pretty close to Puerto Rico and still not all that well organized, maybe not a closed low-level center. And then this takes us into Friday morning. It has it over eastern Cuba. So the center is what we're looking at here, right in there. And then this is all on the outside edge of it. So this is really going to be the center of the storm. If that's the case, this is some of the most mountainous terrain in Cuba is over on the eastern side of it. But this is where it gets a little interesting. The Euro has it as a closed low on Sunday in the southeast, entering the southeastern Gulf of Mexico. Now, that's still not impacting us over the weekend. And what it does, you know, there's a very brisk forward pace through the Lesser Antilles and the Greater Antilles. But this steering mechanism, this ridge, the situation's de-amplified out here over the Gulf, and so it's going to slow down. And I'll drag it out a little further just to give you a peek here. A little Facebook special shows it not moving much, just kind of drifting over the Gulf on Tuesday to our south. So that's an interesting run there, different than some of the other models I showed you. It's way too far out to tell what's going to happen with this thing. We're just going to have to watch it because potentially early next week we may have a system affecting one side or the other of Florida's Gulf Coast or the Atlantic coast. And, you know, once it gets in the Gulf, if that's the case, then, you know, all bets are off. There are a lot of different scenarios there. So we'll see how it plays out with Isaias. All right, let's see. Right now it is 8:49, so I'm going to be on television in about 11 minutes. I'll take about another minute here on Facebook and show you what's going on with our local radar. Check this out. Wet night across the area. Numerous showers and a few thunderstorms. We've got a pretty good thunder shower over the south part of Mobile Bay right now. This is a non-severe storm kind of a setup. We picked up about 2 to 2.5 inches of rain in most areas today, and you can see a lot of rain over the bay. If you're in Fairhope or in Daphne or in Baldwin County, I mean, it's just about to get real. This is a nice downpour that's going to be moving in and probably will help you sleep good tonight, I hope. You know, a non-severe storm and a lot of pitter-patter on the roof, that's a recipe for a good night's sleep. As we look north to Foley, there's some showers there, and we've got some moderate rain in Mobile. All this activity, I'll put it on a 30-minute loop here, and you can see the motion of this thing pretty much straight to the east. So Fairhope, Point Clear, Mullet Point, Fish River, Magnolia Springs, look out. Here comes the rain. It's coming across the bay, and it's headed your way. Okay, so you've been briefed. That's the latest with what we're seeing and what we're tracking. I'm going to be showing you new information on Fox 10 News coming up at 9:45 to 10 o'clock in that time frame. We should be getting the updated info from the National Hurricane Center on whether potential tropical system number 9 is officially a tropical system or not. So I'll be bringing you that information. We'll also look at radar. We'll be keeping track of the local storms and also any new model runs that come down for that possible tropical system. All that and more coming up on Fox 10 News tonight.